Hello there and welcome to my first ever episode of Call of Duty Ghosts playthrough made by Game Target. And I'm going to talk more about it in a bit because I'm going to get this started up because there will be a first cutscene that I'm going to try to keep and stop myself from talking over all the time. So, I'll speak again in a minute.
It was a different time, a different enemy. 60 men from Tier 1 teams were sent to face down a force of 500 enemy fighters. Their objective? To force the enemy back from a civilian hospital and keep its occupants alive. For 3 days they held their ground. But the enemy's numbers were too great. The 60 were cut down to 15. They wouldn't last another night, and the enemy knew it. Under the cover of darkness, they evacuated the hospital, sending only one of their own to lead the way. The rest returned to the line and took up positions beneath the bodies of their fallen brothers. As they lay in wait, the blood from the dead poured over them. The sand stuck to their skin like a shroud, changing them, anointing them. When the enemy drew near, the remaining 14 rose out of the desert sand. They were like hunters that couldn't be seen, using stealth their enemies couldn't defend against. When the men ran dry of ammunition, they used their blades. And when the blades ran dull, they used their hands. When the dust and sand had settled, only one of the enemy had survived. He was picked up in the desert, wandering aimlessly, traumatized. He expressed warnings to others of a force so menacing and unbeatable, it could only be described as supernatural. He called them ghosts.
Now I'm going to talk over this bit because this bit is the same predictable rubbish that they normally come up with in Call of Duty. It's another family of military people who have this massive event happen to them, and then they're in this like war zone, and it's a tale of brothers and fathers and bleh. Same crap, different day. Okay, I mean the story play does get a lot better, but basic concepts of Call of Duty Ghosts are not that different from the ones before in reality. I mean, the gameplay, the graphics, and all of that stuff is fine. Even the multiplayer, even though it's the same sort of stuff as any other shooter, its customization, especially with Call of Duty Ghosts, is unmatched. I mean, I've never seen anything more customizationable than what you can do on the online to multiplayer, but I'll talk about that in another playlist that I'll be doing soon anyway, which I need to get more recordings for. But anyway, now the reason why my thumbnail at the start has this funny poster which doesn't have anything to do with it, it's actually to do with Gravity, the new film that's been out that's about, it's one of those drama ones that, and it's one of those like Golden Globe winning, BAFTA winning things, and once again has George Clooney in it. And I took the piss out of it because of the fact that in a minute you're going to see how I believe Gravity should have been filmed. So anyway.
What the hell is that talking about? What's Odin? Come on! This place is gonna take much more of that. We're not gonna die here. Come on! It's jammed! Help me out! Okay, 3, 2, 1, push!
And now I must get into character, because I will be playing the greatest role ever. I will be playing as George Clooney in Gravity, or Call of Duty's version of Gravity. So, I'm going to be in this drama where we eventually all die. Probably. I haven't seen Gravity the film. Oh, wrong way. Anyway, more about the actual game, I guess. Okay, to make sense of this storyline, I'm gonna make a bit of a spoiler here. Basically, this satellite laser thing that the Americans have control of is basically the ultimate weapon at the moment, and during this attack, which will happen in a minute at this space station against these people called the Federation. Bit of a Star Wars reference there. I'm sorry, it just takes a piss because now they're taking stuff from films like past and present. Federation as in Trade Federation. Anyway, basically, I don't know what the setting for this Call of Duty actually is. I don't know whether it's after Modern Warfare 3 and before Black Ops 2, or if it's after Black Ops 2. It's hard to tell because most of the tech that's in them both is similar. They're all really similar in reality. There's not much difference, but I believe it's probably between Modern Warfare 3 and Black Ops 2 because of the fact that you do not see at all any of the ridiculously over-the-top flying machines and the massive cities that are totally modern architecture and stuff like that. But anyway, during this attack against the Federation, during this attack that the Federation do upon this facility that control this weapon, basically in a minute you're going to see them crash and burn because they have to stop the Federation from taking control and destroying places and all that sort of stuff. And I don't know much more about that in reality, but I know that the family that is involved down there, as in the family you saw just before everything was being destroyed in that, was basically at the epicenter of where the satellite crashes, the Odin, I believe it was called. And I don't know whether it centers around the Odin, as in the satellite thing and the weapon systems that it can produce, or if it's based around this revenge thing against the ghosts, which I'll mention again later when it builds more in the story because I don't want to ruin too much of that. But at the moment, graphics wise, good. Bit of a cliche with the whole story, to be honest. It is a bit of a cliche. I mean, come on, really? Military family, mysterious opening with a legendary group of enemies who will obviously turn out, who you'll know, the main characters, like the brothers, will obviously turn into eventually, yada yada yada. And yeah, it is a bit cliche, to be honest. Maybe cliche is good. Maybe that sort of classic feel is good because people seem to be trying to change games a lot. To be honest, people try and change the game a lot, and maybe sometimes that really works well, but maybe sometimes not doing this not trying to be above and the best is a good way, because then it's classic, then it's memorable because it becomes a classic game. And obviously Call of Duty has become a very classic shooter for most people to get. Even the fact that they've become so popular that their adverts and trailers have celebrities in it. I mean, Black Ops 2 had Robert Downey Jr. and Ghosts even had Megan Fox in it, as I recall. But I'll speak more about it in a minute, because apart from that, I haven't really got much comments about it. Apart from good graphics, good multiplayer. I'll build on that at a later point. Bit of a cliche because of the story, and of course my little bit of a piss take at the fact that the first level you start out in space and it kind of looks a bit like that bit in particular, the bit where you're holding on to the wire, looked like a scene from Gravity, the new movie by George Clooney, and that's why I took the piss and said I am George Clooney. But anyway, So I hope you enjoy this, and I don't really have much to say apart from this.
Just keep running! We gotta get out of here! You're gonna be alright, son! Hold on, boys!
The Federation's rise to power had started years ago. When the great energy-producing deserts were destroyed, the world powers that depended on them collapsed, and in their wake, the Federation began to rise. The Federation united all of South America under one banner, and devoured everything in its path, as it moved relentlessly to the north. After turning Odin against us, the Federation stood on the doorstep of America, poised for the kill. They thought we were weak, crippled, prey, waiting to be taken. We fought hard. We fought well. We fought them to a bloody stalemate. And here, just beyond the craters of No Man's Land, we find ourselves in a defensive war against a more powerful enemy.
Viking 6, you there? Hesh. Logan.
Copy. Yeah, we're here. Go ahead.
Reports are coming in. Dallas got overrun last night. Command wants another sweep of the wall ASAP.
Now, the reason why I've done 2 missions is because I didn't realise I was doing 2 missions, to be honest. And the fact that I thought maybe to start off I'd do more than 1 mission, and yeah, that's about it. That's probably just to start off I'd do 2 to start off with a lot of info and information and stuff like that. And the fact that I wanted to introduce your best companion in the game, Riley, the dog, who is basically my favourite character, and I don't care if everyone dies apart from the dog. As long as the dog lives, I'm fine. because dogs are awesome, and this one's really cute. And yeah, I haven't really got much else to say. This is after the events that transpired in the first mission, as the wreckage of America and this completely because of the war with the Federation, the South American Federation, who have gained in power, have struck against North America, and has basically completely collapsed most of it, and now that only pockets of cities and populations live in certain areas, always on the hand and on guard against Federation scouts. And that's what we in this level are. We're against these scouts and that. But yes, I hope you continue to enjoy. I haven't really got much else to say. More about news on the channel itself. At the moment, I'm trying to get more people involved and planning to do more than just PS3 to PS4 playthroughs. I may do my own stuff for PC games. I may not. It depends on who actually gets involved in the end, because I may do another host who may be joining me soon, may be able to do the PC games. Another guy that hopefully is joining us is also going to be doing Xbox games. So it'll be nice to have some games like Halo, like Gears of War, like like that really, to bring in some different gameplay styles and different types of games, and stuff I actually am going to do, and I'm certain of it, is I'm soon going to start doing a multiplayer review list. And this is because as I found out with Batman Arkham Origins, which I'll speak about soon, and God of War Ascension and different types of games, they all have different types of online, and sometimes these onlines are just made up in about 30 seconds before the release date and are completely terrible, and in reality really shouldn't have been put in the game at all. But then some of them are really, really good. For instance, God of War Ascension I was a bit iffy about, because they've never done online before, and normally when a franchise of games that make franchise of game that don't normally have online capabilities make an online capability to one of their games, it's normally it's absolutely terrible, because they really haven't got the gist of the idea and have tried to make it different and groundbreaking and something completely new, and then they make it new, but they make it terrible. They do their approach just becomes bad and just is terrible, and it shouldn't really be put in the game at all. It should have just left it as storyline gameplay done, not storyline crap online done, because there's no point in that. That's just a waste of your time. So anyway, I hope you enjoy. I'm probably talking over stuff, but it's me basically just shooting for forever and ever. I will definitely stop talking at good points in the game, so cutscenes and that, and I'm going to try my best to not talk over cutscenes as much as I can.
This way. Riley.
Logan, grab a launcher! Take care of the birds, we'll cover you!
Easy, boy, easy! Riley, go!
Logan, use the guided missiles! Take out the chopper!
Clear! We're clear! Corporal Davis, you're on transport. Roger, commandeering for transport. Logan, you're on security in the back. Charlie Company, load up! They need reinforcements at the wall! Let's go! This is us, Sergeant. Right, stay. Come on, let's go find the old man. Dad.
I heard about the attack. You boys okay? Always. Walk with me.
Dad, they're executing civilians.
I know. Their recon teams round up scavengers, drifters, hoping to find a way into the city. It's how they took Dallas practically overnight.
So how can we help? Dad,
Listen, you boys. You're the only thing I've got left in this world.
Dad, listen.
But you're also the only ones I can trust.
Hey, look. Whatever it is, Logan and I, we're ready.
You two are going to no man's land.
Wait, for real?
We've been...
So anyway, I'm now going to say my goodbyes. I hope you rate, subscribe, comment, share with your mates, like me on Facebook, join my Twitter, which I finally have got, and I'm also going to say what he is basically saying. Basically, it's another version of the cliche that I've been talking about earlier. We're now going back to the epicenter, the place where you lived, and basically it's going to be destroyed and ruined and all that silly cliche crap that you normally get from these sort of stories. Sorry, but it is a cliche, and there's nothing else I can say about it, it's apart from the fact that it is a cliche. The storyline is such a cliche that I probably can predict almost every single thing that's going to happen in this storyline, but I'm not going to, just in case I ruin it for people. Or I will, it depends on how I feel, if I really want to ruin people's time watching this. So anyway, I hope you rate, subscribe, comment, and all that stuff that I've already mentioned, so I don't know why I'm saying it again. And I'll see you next time on episode 2. Ciao.